so we're gonna have the Yamaha logo facing up, and these cases are, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna push both buttons outside, and then you're gonna lift the case up with your fingers. All right, so we have the three main parts of the flute. So we're gonna start with the head joint. Okay, we're gonna make sure that we play the head joint first before we can play anything else. So go ahead and grab the head joint. You're gonna wanna hold firmly with your left hand, and you're gonna wanna cup this part with the palm of your hand, okay? So we're gonna set our embouchure, and you're gonna set the embouchure sort of like you set it to embouchure, except you're not gonna buzz, okay? You're going to set it so that this is even, like going straight up pretty much. You don't wanna roll too far in, you don't wanna roll too far out. You want it so that you can blow an even column of air straight forward, okay? And you're gonna wanna firm your corners just a little bit, but not as much as you would on a brass instrument. You're gonna wanna try and direct your air straight, like diagonally downwards, okay? So repeat after me, see if you can do this. Alright, great. Now we're gonna try and uncover this, see if we can get an actual pitch, okay? Alright, good. So, but you're gonna wanna blow just a little bit more air, just so that you can get a more steady and even sound, okay? Try it again. Okay, so I think the biggest thing you're doing is you're not attacking quite as well. So try to make sure you're getting a good like da attack and not just like a ha attack, okay? Louder than that, you sound really good. All right, one more time. There it is, there it is. Yeah, it's a lot of air, right? It's a lot more air than you probably expect to need for this little instrument. All right.
Let's put his instrument on the floor. Sorry, usually we have like a piano bench or something just to.
All right. So you're doing pretty well on the head joint, so I think we should start putting the rest of the flute together. All right. So we're gonna grab the body next. The body is the big section, okay? Grab it by the barrel right there. Yes. Okay. And we're gonna want to not put it in an angle. Yes, and hold it by the barrel. Make sure that you, when you're putting it together, you're lining it up straight, and you wanna put the buttons in line with this mouth hole, okay? You want to twist as you put it on, like this. Yep, and then make sure you line it up with the buttons.
The who?
The keys.
Please, yes.
I'm sorry, I get that backwards all the time.
Yeah.
All right, so make sure that these are lined up. And then you're gonna wanna pull out just a little bit. This is actually like a flute's tuning slide kind of right here. All right. Now we're gonna put the foot joint on. The foot joint is gonna go on a little bit differently in the head joint, or than the body joint, because you think it would go on this way, but it goes on where the keys are closer. You're gonna want to do this one a little bit backwards. This one, the pole is gonna line up with the keys. All right. Great job. All right, so now we're gonna learn how to put our fingers on the flute, because it's a little bit complicated. So you see this key right here, this is the B natural key. You're gonna put your thumb right here. You're gonna skip this first button, put your index finger on this button, on this key. You're gonna put your middle finger on this key, and your ring finger on this key, and your pinky finger is gonna hover just over this key. This is the G sharp key. Bottom, your right hand, you're gonna use this thumb as a point of balance, and then you're gonna put your index finger down on this one, and this one, okay? This one's pretty normal. And then your pinky goes on this key, the closest key right here. So we talked about this thumb is gonna be your point of balance, but you have a few other points of balance as well. So this is a little bit uncomfortable first, but this digit right here on your index finger or this knuckle is gonna be another point of balance for when you set your fingers. This will be really helpful when we do notes that involve very little buttons. You see what I'm saying? So make sure that your index finger is set right around here so that you can use it for support. It's a little awkward at first, but you'll get used to it. All right. So we're gonna try and play some notes, all right?
All right.
All right, so we're sitting up straight, but not super tense. We're just like in a nice, relaxed, upright posture. I'm gonna hold it up at a good angle. Make sure you line it up, and just like you were playing the head joint. Okay, we're gonna start on G. All right, come back down. We're gonna start on G. G is everything on your left hand down except for the G sharp key, and then everything on your right hand up except for the thumb, or except for the pinky key. This pinky key is down most of the time, okay?
Okay.
All right, so do just what you did on the head joint, move a little more air, and we're just gonna try and play G match beat. Great job. All right, so now, it's all right. The first few notes are pretty easy. We're gonna learn a G scale, okay? So A, all you're gonna wanna do is lift up your ring finger, your left hand. Everything's already up in your right hand. Right? So then your middle finger is gonna come up for B, right? And then for C, this is where I'm talking about this point of balance, because you need to lift up this thumb key and be able to support the flute with just your lip, and then this part and your thumb, okay? So it's a little wonky, and you have to take some time to get used to it. So let's try and just play G, A, B, C, and then we'll go on, okay?
We go with fingers again.
All right, so we have everything down in the left hand except for the pinky.
And that's G.
And that's G. And then A, you're gonna lift up your ring finger. B, you're gonna lift up your middle finger. And then B, you're gonna lift up your thumb.
That could be.
All right.
I'll try it.
All right, just follow me, okay? One. A little more steady here, okay? But your fingering is good. You just need to use a little bit more balance here so you can make sure that you have a more even sound and steadier tone, because you're kind of like freaking out that you're gonna like lose balance here, so you're not moving.
Well, I don't
as
want to
much.
drop it.
It's okay.
Absolutely.
You won't
Teacher,
drop.
be ready
You won't
to
drop
grab
it.
flute.
All right, let's try just C, okay? So that's just this first button and this pinky key, okay? Make sure you're pushing down that first key. Yep. All right, so you just need to move a little more air. Also, your top lip is coming up a little bit. Try and keep your lips even, okay? And just blow straight down diagonally. Okay, one more time. Yeah, you got it. All right, great.
Okay, so at this point, Sam, I think he needs help, okay? So you're doing a lot of great demonstration and you're constantly on your instrument to do your teaching,
Mhm.
but I would advise that now he's got some, instability with the C. I think he's got a pretty good sound going, but I would get in there and kind of help him with some embouchure things. So you've got to
Okay,
take
alright.
away from your instrument a little bit to help
Okay,
him.
alright,
Yeah,
great.
and feel free to get up and move around a little bit to instruct him.
Okay.
Why don't you stay with those 3 notes just to kind of finish this out? You're
Great.
doing some good stuff.
Okay, so you're doing really well so far. Your embouchure is the biggest thing that needs some work. So right now, I think you really need to tighten your corners just a little bit, not a whole lot, and you really need to move more air. Take in a huge breath and really just move that air. Actually, why don't you put the foot down for a second? Yeah. All right. So this is a Numa Pro, the fancy tool, and you're gonna put your mouth right here, just like you would on the flute. And you're going to try and blow that same diagonal column of air and get all the fans to spin at once, okay? Go ahead and try it. So you got it, but you kind of just expelled all your air really fast, really hard. So try and keep it even, okay? All right, that's a little better.
And you said all fans at once. Did that make you think that you were supposed to blow all the fans continuously at once?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I interpreted that. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Let's try and, so you're doing really well getting these first 3 fans. Let's try and just get that bottom fan if we can.
Okay.
That bottom fan, or maybe just the bottom 2 fans. Can you try that? So direct it just a little more downwards. All right, good. You're still blowing a lot of air really fast, but I mean, I'd rather you blow a lot of air than not enough air, because I'd rather you have a sound than no sound.
Gotcha.
All right, so how do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're doing all right on that? I think you're doing all right on that.
I think I'm doing alright.
All right, So that air that you used on that was a lot different than the air you've been using on the flute. So I want you to take that air that you've been using on this Numa Pro, and I want you to try and use it on the flute. First, let's try and do that on the G, and then if you do that well, we'll definitely move on to that C. All right, so G is, remember, everything down on the left hand except for your pinky, and then just the pinky on your right hand.
Okay, and watch him. Now that he's
Yeah.
playing, get going with him.
Whenever you're ready.
Alright.
All right, so that's a lot better sound control, I think. I think you could still use a little bit more. I think you need to pull your top lip back just a little bit, but that definitely sounds better than before. All right, one more time on the G. Make sure you get that attack.
I would get in here. I would talk a little bit about nestling on the chin,
Okay,
pink edge against the inner edge of the lip plate.
okay.
And I actually like where his top lip is. I think if you
Okay,
keep
all right.
on with your airstream and focus it, give him a target.
Okay,
Aim
all right.
it over here.
All right,
Yeah,
here, hold on a second.
you're good. We probably
Try
just have
this.
to finish up this one.
Try
Good.
to blow this piece of paper and make a nice even sound on the flute at the same time, okay? A little more air.
How about a D articulation? See if we can get the tongue.
Yeah,
there.
all right, so try and tongue like you would on a tuba, just a little bit, like a little bit on the top of your back. Yeah. That's great. All right, can we try and go from that G up to that C with that same articulation?
I can try.
All right, so remember, we're gonna go G, A, B, and then thumb key off for C, okay? All right, and use that same amount of air and use that same articulation. Here, I'm gonna hold this here, just so you know.
Just go ahead.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Piece of paper.
Yeah. Great job. Great
Yay.
job. Sounds
All
really
right.
good.
Nice. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. You've got a nice student here forming some
Yes,
beautiful
yes.
tone. That's what we hope for,
All
right?
right, so we're gonna take the flute part real quick.
Actually, we're good to go. I'll
All right,
what's
sweet.
the word?
Great.
German, and we'll go on. But thanks so much, Sam.
Thank you.
You are officially in the flute studio now. This class.
Thanks.
Excellent. How about some feedback while we have our next group? Could be Andrew, maybe?
Is that feedback from me?
How about from everybody who watched?
No, I mean, like, is it about me or about?
Yes, about you. Sorry, Sam.